shrink. As some of you may already know, the process of shrink wrapping has three different components. You have your shrink wrap, your propane-fired heat tools, and then all your installation accessories you need to do the job. Today I'm going to explain to you all the different installation accessories and the odds and ends you need in more detail so you know why to use them, when to use them, and how to use them. Our first product, and actually one of our most common products, is our heat shrink tape. We have heat shrink tape available in white, blue, clear, or green, 2, 3, 4, and 6 inch widths. And the reason you want to use the heat shrink tape is to tape any holes that you make. You're also going to tape your zipper access doors on, a lot of your pleats and seams. You're always going to use the heat shrink tape. So an easy way to remember the purpose of the heat shrink tape is it always goes on the shrink wrap itself. So whenever you use the heat shrink tape, you're always going to be taping onto the shrink wrap. Our next kind of tape is the preservation tape, and it's identical in look to the heat shrink tape, but preservation tape has UV inhibitors in it, so it's not going to leave an adhesive residue on the object itself. So you're going to use the preservation tape to tape shrink wrap directly onto an object. It comes in the same colors as the heat shrink tape in order to match the shrink wrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 inch widths, and all rolls are 108 feet long. So heat shrink tape onto the shrink wrap, and then preservation tape is to tape shrink wrap onto an object. Another kind of tape is our anti-chafe tape. This is a very high performance, low tack tape. It is designed to act as a barrier between the shrink wrap and the object itself. It has a black backing on the underside, and this is where the UV inhibitors are. So it's also not going to leave an adhesive residue. It's almost like a static cling. So it's great for if you have a boat with graphics on the side that you're worried about having scratching or abrasion. You would just throw a line of this on the edge. So it's that barrier between the object and the shrink wrap. This comes in 3, 6, 12, and 24 inch widths. And like I said before, it's not going to leave that adhesive residue because it does have the UV inhibitors in the backing. It's 1.5 mil, and just try to remember it's high performance, and it's going to be great for, you know, aftermarket graphics and things like that. Next is our strapping system. Our strapping system consists of 3 different parts. You have your woven cord strapping, your buckles, and your strap tensioning tool, and they all work in conjunction with one another. You can make your perimeter band with the strapping and the buckles and strap tensioning tool, and then your support structure, you're only going to need the woven cord strapping and the buckles. You only need to hand tighten your support structure. Whereas the perimeter band, it's extremely important to have that very, very tight because that is the only thing holding the cover down. Our woven cord strapping comes in 1/2 and 3/4 inch widths, and we have correlating buckles for each width. We also do have our strapping available in heavy duty if you're doing large equipment or things where you need a thicker cord. End caps and bottom caps. The end caps are designed to sit on the top of a 2x4, and they have slits every 90 degrees for your strapping to run into. So you put this on top of your 2x4 for the support structure. Your strapping runs every 90 degrees, and then you just throw a staple down. And when you're actually doing the shrink wrapping process, these ears are actually going to fold down, so that's going to eliminate pull poke through. The bottom caps are extremely similar to the end caps. They have 5 non-skid discs attached to the bottom. So if you have a boat deck that's fiberglass or plexiglass, this is going to give it a lot more support with those non-skid discs. venting, it's extremely important to vent any shrink wrap cover to eliminate moisture and mildew from forming underneath. Our most popular vent is our DS-683 weather tight vent. It has a self-adhesive backing and it's applied after the cover is actually shrunk. So you're going to apply it and then the cap actually pops off, and as you can see it has a raised interior lip. So you're going to take a pocket knife and just cut out the shrink wrap underneath and then just pop the cover back on. And it's weather tight. You can install it horizontally or vertically. Either way, it's going to be waterproof and it'll help ventilate your cover. An alternative and a little bit more expensive is our solar power vent. This has a high-speed fan underneath, and this is also self-adhesive backing. And the fan moves over 150 cubic feet of air per hour. And we also have a less expensive option for venting. It is our DS Stealth vent. And this is just designed to easily pierce through the shrink wrap, and then you just throw a piece of tape over it. These are great for transportation covers. Zipper access doors allow entry into the covered boat after the cover is shrunk down. We have a couple different available sizes. In the lengths, we have 36-inch, 48, and 72. And then for the widths, we have a 30 or a 36-inch wide. So as I mentioned, you're just going to tape it onto the cover after the cover is shrunk with our heat shrink tape. Rubber heat shrink tape onto the shrink wrap. And then you just take the double pull zippers and unzip it and take our Dr. Shrink fill knife and cut out the inside. Zip it back up and you have access into your boat after the cover is shrunk. Our rebag recycling system is a system that Dr. Shrink has devised in order to recycle shrink wrap in the easiest way possible. It fits 600 square feet of plastic. That's around a 26-foot power boat's cover. You can fit a lot more into this bag if you do try, but it's designed to fit 600 square feet. In the kit itself, there's the bag, the closure device, and then a UPS prepaid sticker. So once you have everything fit into the bag and it's closed, you just slap the sticker on the outside of the bag, and UPS will come to you and pick it up, or you can take it to a service center, and then it's all recycled back into things like garbage bags, construction plastic, things like that. Because Dr. Shrink shrink wrap is 100% virgin resin, it's very, very important to recycle it. It's not going to biodegrade in a landfill, so we really, really ask that you do recycle it. We also have our Z-Rust capsules. These protect against electrical connections and metal components against corrosion. The capsules create an invisible vapor shield on the metal surface. Installation is extremely easy. All you have to do is peel away the adhesive backing and it's going to affix to almost any interior surface. A couple little odds and ends accessories. They may seem small, but they do serve large purposes, and as any shrink wrapper who does shrink wrapping in high volume knows, you can't really live without these during any job. First, we have the Dr. Shrink fill knife. This is used to cut the shrink wrap, and as you can see, it has a safe hooded blade, so you can actually run this down the side of your boat and you're not going to worry about scratching it. It's much safer than a pocket knife. Then we have our ring cutter, and this is designed to cut your woven cord strapping. You wear it on your finger during the whole installation process. Super easy and also a lot more safe than a pocket knife. Our new tool for this year actually combines those two into one. It's our DS-008 rack and strap knife. We have one side for the woven cord strapping and the other side for the shrink wrap. And this actually has replacement blades on the inside, so once you buy this tool, you can have it forever if you replace your blades. Another accessory, we have our container dry bags, and these are just desiccant bags that absorb moisture out of the air. They're pretty lightweight, and you can easily fit them into engine compartments or storage compartments where a lot of moisture develops. These are great for that. Our mildew gas bags are designed to eliminate musty odors under the cover. They also protect against mildew. Each bag protects an enclosed area up to 10 cubic feet. We also have our safety gloves. You definitely need a pair of safety gloves or welding gloves when you're doing your heat weld to make sure that's real nice and tight. In addition to that, we have our lightweight propane tanks. These are great. They're about 30% lighter than regular steel tanks, and they're actually translucent. So if you're a mobile shrink wrapper, these are amazing because you're always going to know your level and you'll never run out on a job. They're also easily stackable, and they're pretty durable, so when you're pulling your propane hose, it's not going to topple over as easy. If any of you have any questions on any of these installation accessories, feel free to contact us directly. Our phone number is 1-800-968-5147, and our staff would be happy to help you. I'm Angela Jensen, and that's a wrap.